due to a minor IT issue, after 5 hours and losing my spreadsheet, what I was trying to do is that I looked first of all at London Data Store, because it's got lots of interesting categories. It actually categorises its information. So it comes under all of these different headings. So basically it gives a good start to the schema, because it gives a whole sort of overarching structure for the schema. So my plan was to go through, just starting off with the constituency data on the Birmingham website, to try to find what data we could get that fills in those categories. I was doing quite well on that, but unfortunately after the spreadsheet disappeared, I went back to instead looking at just what the schema is. And there's lots of interesting information for the individual constituencies, but they don't cover all of the areas in the London Data Store. But they cover things like demographics, total population, things like male and female splits in the population, the workplace employment by ethnicity and by age and by all of those different kinds of groups. It covers employment, different business sizes by employees, different business sizes by turnover, all of those kind of things, and proportion of businesses by various sectors, and things like child poverty. It covers the number of households where children are considered to be in poverty. And also it covers things like the number of job seeker allowance claimants, and things like how many people have got GCSEs or MVQs and that kind of thing. So it all seemed very good information for doing quality of life. So really, looking at it, this data structure that's in the the constituency documents at the moment actually makes quite a good schema for that area of Birmingham City Council data. So what I thought was that we could take the existing information for the constituency, make a schema out of that, and then say to Birmingham City Council, why can't we have that data as raw data covering all the constituencies in one database that we can just query? One of the problems with that, as I found, is looking at the data, if you look at the column for the bases by there, is that there's a large variation in the dates that are used. Some of it is from 2011, some of it's from the 2001 census, some of it's from 2009. So the problem with the database is that the data will be skewed if we do comparisons using the database. So I think probably what I found today is that we could, or James could, advise the council that without any real cost, because if they've got PDF files, then we can create a database at the same time, because it's just basically a table. Put the data into a table, and if we have data every year for the constituencies, then where there's a difference in the base date, we can try to forecast and show what the adjustment should be for that. So that's what I came up with, really. Probably not very much for a day's work, but hopefully there's something useful. Yay! I was going to do some